Here is our clear skin bone broth recipe that so many of you guys have been asking for.
So we fill the pot with filtered water to take out all the chlorine and fluoride, all the nasty chemicals. Add some free-range organic chicken. And then I always add a splash of apple cider vinegar to the mix. Vinegar helps draw out all the minerals and nutrients out of the chicken carcasses and draws it into the water. So I never measure it, I just put a couple of splashes of the apple cider vinegar in. So we put it on a low element, put lowest heat possible. We cover it. And then this will sit and cook and slowly cook away for 48 hours. So this has been cooking for 48 hours. Because it's been cooking for so long, all the connective tissue or the cartilage has all started to dissolve into the water. Minerals have come out of the bone into the water because of the apple cider vinegar. So I've scooped all the bones and skin and pieces out of there. So I pour it through a sieve into another large container. After I've poured all the bone broth through the sieve, it's taken all the bigger bits out of it. So then I take the filtered part and pour that back into the broth. So to the broth, then we add some gelatin and then we add the body glue into the mix. So this is a process called blooming, where you add the gelatin to cold water before you add it into the mix that you're going to add it in. So you put all the gelatin into the water and then you give it a good mix and let it sit for probably about 3-4 minutes, and it will start to what we call bloom, and that allows for it to disperse properly throughout the mix. See how it's thickening already. And we add the bloomed gelatin into the mix. We add the body glue and then you stir it all up and see how it's starting to turn a white colour. That's because of the body glue and the gelatin mixing through the entire mix. Then add in a good heaped tablespoon of Celtic salt. Celtic salt's really, really high in magnesium. Mix all that Celtic salt through and the lid back on. Because it's still pretty hot, I bring it back over onto the stovetop. Just continue to let it cool down for a little bit and then transfer it into the fridge and let that sit overnight. And by the time we take it out in the morning, it gets that real thick jelly consistency like we showed in our other video. So you can add veggies to that and you can add bits and pieces, but I prefer just to keep it plain, and if you want to add veggies later on, or add it to something else. And I use it as a base for a lot of my recipes.